Good morning everyone. Today we'd like to discuss about problems on pile foundations. So first let us start about discussing about pile foundations by using engineering new Ricard formula, which is a dynamic formula. Students, here you can observe clearly a problem is there. A wooden pile is being used to drive, is being driven with the help of a drop hammer, which is having of 20 kilonewton weight, and this weight of drop hammer has been allowed to fall from a height of 1 meter distance. The penetration in the last blow is 5 mm. Determine the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation by using engineering new Ricard formula. So first let us write down the given data. So given data, weight of hammer is 20 kilonewtons and the height of wall is 1 meter. We are converting into centimeters, that is 100 centimeters for 1 meter, and last penetration per blow is 5 mm. Again I am converting this also into centimeters. Now the empirical constant for drop hammer is 2.5 centimeter. Here we have used drop hammer. So engineering new Ricard formula for the drop hammer is allowable load bearing capacity W into H divided by 6 times S plus C. So here W is 20 kilonewtons and H is 100 centimeters. 6 times S value is 0.5 centimeter and C is 2.5 centimeters respectively. So if you want to substitute these elements, 20 into 100 divided by 6 into 0.5 plus 2.5, we'll get back the allowable load carrying capacity of the pile foundation as 111.1 kilonewtons is the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation. So once again I'll revise, just you go through once what we discussed till now. So just go through. This is a wooden pile which is being driven with the help of a drop hammer, which weight is 20 kilonewtons and having a free fall of 1 meter. The penetration in the last blow is recorded as 5 mm. Determine the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation by using engineering new Ricard formula. This engineering new Ricard formula is again a dynamic formula. The given data we have written like this: weight is 20 kilonewton and height of fall is 1 meter. I have converted to 100 centimeters and final penetration per blow is 5 mm. I am converting that to centimeters, is 0.5, and constant for drop hammer is 2.5 centimeter. Engineering new Ricard formula for the case of drop hammer is W into H divided by 6 times S plus C. W is 20 and H is 100. 6 times 0.5 plus 2.5 will get as 111.1 kilonewtons as the load carrying capacity. Now let us discuss about one more problem. A reinforced concrete pile weighing of 30 kilonewtons is being driven with the help of a drop hammer weighing 40 kilonewtons and having an effective fall of 80 centimeter. Assume the coefficient of restitution as 0.25 and factor of safety as 2. Determine the ultimate bearing capacity of the pile foundation. So here in this particular problem it has been not mentioned any methodology to adopt, whether this is a dynamic formula problem. So here it has been not mentioned to go for engineering Ricard formula or Hill's formula, but as per the basis on the weight of hammer which has been given, we can assume or we can conclude that this is Hill's formula. Once you have decided to go for calculation of load carrying capacity by using Hill's formula, we should write down, verify whether W is greater than EP or W is less than EP. So W value is given it as weight of hammer 40 kilonewtons and E is a coefficient of restitution 0.25 into 30. I've got 7.5. So W is greater than EP. We need to get back to calculation of efficiency of hammer per blow by using this equation, W plus E square into P divided by W plus P, which you will get as 0.5. So now after verifying all this data, the weight of pile which is being given it as 30 kilonewton, and weight of rammer is 40 kilonewton. The fall of height which is 80 centimeters, and penetration per blow is 1.4 centimeter, and constant is 1.8 centimeter. Coefficient of restitution is 0.25. Factor of safety is 2. So here in this particular problem we need to first write down the Hirle's formula: eta h into h into w into eta b divided by s plus 0.5 times c. Qf is the total load carrying capacity of the pile foundation. Eta h into h is the low height of fall of drop of hammer. W is the weight of hammer. Eta b is the efficiency of hammer per blow. S is equal to constant, that is final penetration per blow, and c is a constant. So as we know, just now we have verified eta h into h is 80 centimeters, and weight of hammer is 40 kilonewton, and efficiency of hammer per blow we have calculated here, it is 0.59. Next, s value we have substituted as 1.4, and constant empirical constant is 1.8. If you substitute all these terms, you will get back the value as 830 kilonewtons. That is load carrying capacity. But in the problem it has been mentioned to calculate allowable load carrying capacity of the pile foundation. So for allowable load carrying capacity of the pile foundation, first we need to calculate load carrying capacity divided by factor of safety will get us to allowable load carrying capacity. Here QF value is the load carrying capacity of the pile, 830 kilonewtons, and factor of safety is 2. So finally we got allowable load carrying capacity as 415 kilonewtons. So like this we need to resolve the problem if it is in Hirle's formula. Now let us get back into static formulas problems. So here a pile of 25 centimeter diameter and 10 meter long is driven in a soft clay deposit having unconfined compressive strength as 120 kilonewton per meter square, and the value of bearing capacity factor as 9, alpha is equal to 0.75. Consider the factor of safety is 2.5. Calculate the total load carrying capacity of the pile foundation. So here you can clearly observe this is a individual pile foundation which has been there. Load carrying capacity is QU, skin friction is SF, and end bearing resistance is S. So the diameter of pile is given it as 25 centimeter. I am converting into meters, 0.25, and the length of pile already given 10 meter length. So now first we need to calculate, write down the given data. Diameter of pile is given, and we can calculate area of the pile by using formula pi by 4 d square. About 0.0490 meter square is the area of the pile foundation at the bottom or at the tip, and the length of pile is 10 meters, and unconfined compressive strength is given as 120 kilonewton per meter square. Half of unconfined compressive strength will be cohesion value, which is 60 kilonewton per meter square. So now let us observe about the formula to calculate load carrying capacity in case of static formula. So static formula QUP, load carrying capacity of the pile foundation, is equal to AP into CNC plus AS into alpha C. So AP is the area of the pile we have already calculated, and AC is a cohesion value, NC is a bearing capacity factor, AS is the surface area which can be calculated by using pi dl. The formula is pi dl, and alpha is the adhesion factor, and C is a cohesion value. So now we'll substitute area of the pile as 0.0490. Already this value we have calculated as 0.0490 is the area of the pile, and cohesion value half of unconfined compressive strength, and NC bearing capacity factor is 9. Again I will substitute pi diameter is 0.25, length is 10, multiplied by adhesion factor 0.7 into cohesion is 60. So here If you substitute all these terms in this equation, you'll get back the ultimate bearing capacity of the pile foundation by using static formula is 380 kilonewtons. So, but in this particular problem, it has been mentioned to calculate allowable load carrying capacity. We calculate ultimate load carrying capacity. If we divide ultimate load carrying capacity with factor of safety, we'll get back allowable load carrying capacity, which is 152 kilonewtons in this particular problem. Now let us discuss about one more problem. A pile foundation of 30 cm in diameter and 10 meter length is driven in a soft clay deposit. The unconfined compressive strength of the clay is 70 kN per meter square. Calculate the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation considering the value of adhesion factor as 0.6 and cohesion as 70 kN per meter square. Here in this particular problem, it has been mentioned to neglect end bearing resistance of the pile foundation. What is meant by neglecting end bearing resistance of the pile foundation is, just you can observe here the picture. So this is a load carrying capacity of the pile foundation. This summation of skin friction plus end bearing resistance. Here this end bearing resistance we are going to keep it as 0. So finally our diagram will be looking like this. Allowable load that is load carrying capacity of the pile foundation is straight away equal to frictional resistance between the soil. So here this is equation. Here originally QU is equal to QEP plus QSF. EP is the end bearing resistance, SF is the skin frictional resistance. Because end bearing resistance we are neglecting, QU is equal to QSF will be the final load carrying capacity. Now I am writing down the equation to calculate ultimate bearing capacity, because this end bearing resistance we are neglecting, this we are keeping it as 0. Only alpha into C into AS will be the left out elements. Alpha in this particular problem given it as 0.6, you can clearly observe. So this is the alpha value which has been mentioned, it has 0.6, and cohesion, that is unconfined compressive strength, because this particular problem has been mentioned it as the pile is been driven as soft clay deposit. We are considering the unconfined compressive strength is straight away equal to cohesion value. So if it has been driven in other elements such as medium soft clay or some other clays, in the previous problem we have observed that unconfined compressive strength by 2 is considered as cohesion, but here the 70 they have given, we are considering 70 itself as cohesion value, and surface area is pi into d into L. So I started substituting the value of alpha is 0.6, cohesion is 70, and pi is remaining as it is. 0.3 is diameter of pile and L is length of pile 10 meter. I have got it as 395 kilonewtons is the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation by neglecting end bearing resistance. So if I start resolving the same problem by neglecting skin friction, means you can observe here ultimate load carrying capacity is combination of skin friction plus end bearing resistance, but in the just now we discussed here we are neglecting end bearing resistance. Now I am neglecting frictional resistance considering end bearing resistance is been present. So for calculation of load carrying capacity, QEP plus QSF. So skin friction I am keeping it as 0. EP is AP into NC into C. So end bearing resistance is area of the pile into multiplied by factor of, that is bearing capacity factor, into cohesion. So area of the pile can be calculated by using pi by 4 into d square, 0.3 square. NC value will take it as 9. Cohesion value is 70. If you substitute all these terms, you got it as ultimate load carrying capacity by neglecting skin frictional resistance. 44.53 is a load carrying capacity of the pile foundation by neglecting frictional resistance here. Now let us discuss about problems based on group of piles. A group of 9 piles were arranged with 3 piles in a row was driven in a soft clay deposit extending from ground level to a greater depth. The diameter and the length of piles were 30 cm and 10 meter long respectively. The unconfined compressive strength of the soil is 70 kN per meter square. If the piles were spaced at a distance of 90 centimeter center to center, compute the allowable load on the pile group on the basis of shear failure criteria. For the factor of safety 2.5. Again here you can clearly observe end bearing resistance is neglected. Alpha value is 0.6. So first we need to draw the diagram. 9 piles have been arranged in a square pattern like this. 3 piles in a row we have arranged like this, and the distance between or spacing between the pile and pile to pile foundation is 90 centimeter. We can rewrite to 0.9 meters. And the diameter of pile is 0.3. We can get back the width of this group pile B is equal to, here we are having two spacings, 2 into S plus D is the width of the group. So first write down, before going to calculate this B width of the group, write down the given data. Number of piles in a group are 9, spacing of the pile is 0.9, diameter of the pile is 0.3 meters, and length of pile is 10 meters. And unconfined compressive strength value is 70 kN per meter square. Adhesion factor alpha is 0.6. So first I told to calculate width of this group. Width of this group is 2 spacings are there plus the diameter. We'll get back 2.1 meters as the width of this element clearly. So here you can observe this is 2.1, this is also 2.1. Now let us start resolving a problem. First let us consider pile as individually. All the piles are acting individually. The formula to calculate load carrying capacity is QUN, because number of piles are there, N multiplied by, here neglecting end bearing resistance, only alpha C into AS will be the left out equation. So number of piles are 9, alpha value is 0.6 and coefficient is 70, and surface area is pi dl. Here you can calculate 9.425 meter square, and this is your load carrying capacity of the pile foundations when they are acting individually, 3562 kilonewtons you got. Now let us calculate considering all the piles are acting as a group. So as a group, if you are calculating QUG is equal to APG into CNC, because end bearing resistance we are neglecting, this element is becoming 0, and only the term ASG into C, where APG is the area of the pile group and C is a coefficient, NC is a bearing capacity factor, ASG is the surface area of the group, and C is a coefficient. So you are neglecting end bearing resistance, this element is becoming disappeared and 0. Only left out is C into ASG. So C is 70, ASG is 4 times B. Why I am specifying 4 times B is, so this is a block. So surface area for a block is 4 sides we need to consider, multiplied by length, which is 4 into 2.1 multiplied by 10. I've got it as 5880 kilonewtons as the load carrying capacity when they are acting as a group. Here one thing we need to verify is, when it is acting as a group 5800 we got, when it is acting as an individual we got 3562 kilonewtons. So we need to take the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation as least of these two elements. Either individual element is having least or group element is having least. We need to verify first, and we need to take the load carrying capacity, ultimate load carrying capacity, as the least value. In these two, the least value is 3562 and 5880. The value is 3562. So we are considering the ultimate load carrying capacity as 3562 in this particular problem. Now we need to calculate the safe load. Safe load is ultimate load carrying capacity divided by factor of safety. 3562.6 divided by 2.5. I got it as safe load as 1425 kilonewtons here. Now we'll discuss one more problem. A square group of 16 piles were driven in a soft clay extending to a larger depth. The diameter and the length of piles are 0.6 meter and 10 meter respectively. The quotient of the element is 30 kilonewton per meter square and alpha value 0.6 meters. Determine the ultimate bearing capacity of the pile foundation in a group having a spacing of 1.2 meters. So first we need to draw this configuration of pile foundations which are existing. 16 piles are there. It has been arranged in a square pattern. 4 piles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this 4 rows, 4 multiplied by 4 will get back 16 piles. So when you take the first, observe the spacing is given it as 1.2 and the diameter is given it as 0.6. So write down the given data first. The diameter is 0.6 and spacing is 1.2. Quotient is 30. Number of piles in a group are given it as 16. Alpha is 0.6. And we need to calculate the load carrying capacity of a group. First we need to calculate width of this group. So 1, 2, 3 spacings are there. 3 spacings plus diameter, you got 4.2 meters as the width of this group of piles. First, as usual, we'll write down the formula to calculate when piles are acting individually. So QUN is equal to N times QUP. QUP is again AP into CNC plus alpha C into AS. So AP is the area of the pile foundation. Here I have calculated by using pi by 4 d square. Surface area is pi into d into L, which is 18.84 meter square. So I substitute area of the pile as 0.282 and C value as 30, NC is 9, alpha is 0.6, C is 30, AS is 18.4. So finally I've got, when the piles are acting individually, I've got ultimate load carrying capacity. When piles are acting, 16 piles are acting individually, 6,644 kilonewtons. But if these same piles are acting as a group, we get APG, this is a formula, QUG is equal to APG into CNC plus ASG into C. So APG value is here area of the pile group, 4.2 into 4.2, 17.64 kilonewton per meter square. Sorry, not kilonewton per meter square, meter square is the area. And the C is a quotient 30, NC value is 9, ASG is pi 4 into B, that is perimeter of the pile group multiplied by length. Perimeter is 4 times 4.2 into 12, 168 meter square into 30. I've got 9,802 kilonewtons is the load carrying capacity of the pile group. We need to consider least of these two elements, either considering individually acting or as a group. So definitely here you can clearly observe the load carrying capacity of individual piles is 6,644 and group we have got 9,802. So least value is 6,644. Now let us discuss about one more problem which is somewhat typical when compared with previous problems. A 200 mm diameter pile is been having diameter of 200 mm and length of pile is 8 meter long, were used as a foundations for a column under uniform deposit with medium clay having an unconfined compass strength as 100 and adhesion factor alpha. There are 9 piles arranged in a square pattern, that is 3 by 3 matrix. For a group efficiency 1.0, find spacing between the piles by neglecting end bearing resistance. So here, first of all, it has been mentioned square pattern 9 piles are arranged. Like this we can arrange 9 piles. It has been asked to calculate spacing between the piles. So we can get back the spacing, that is width of pile group is 2 times. So if we assume the spacing between the piles are x, 2x plus the diameter is 0.2. We'll get back the width of pile group as 2x plus 0.2 as our equation. Given efficiency of this particular group is 1, diameter is 200 mm, converting to meters 0.2, length of pile is given as 8 meters, and spacing have to be calculated. Let's assume it has been x. Alpha is 0.9. So as a clay is medium clay, unconfined compass strength is 100, half of this value will be quotient value. So as I already told you, 2 times spacing plus d, because 3 piles are there, we'll get back only two spacings. 2x plus 0.2 is the width. So first we need to calculate piles acting individually or alone. Load carrying capacity of the piles is, here it has been mentioned to neglect end bearing resistance. Only element which has been left out is alpha C into AS multiplied by number of piles. Alpha is 0.9 and C is 50. AS is 5.026. And this is a 2035 kilonewtons. I've got the load carrying capacity. Surface area is pi into d into L. Like this, we'll get back 5.026 meters square. That's what we have substituted here. Next, we need to assume the piles are acting as a group. So if piles are acting as a group, so C ASG into C will be the formula to calculate load carrying capacity in a group. ASG is area of surface area of the group, perimeter multiplied by length into quotient. So 8 is the length of pile and 4 times perimeter the perimeter will get back this B, and 50 will be the quotient value. So finally we'll get 3200 into x plus 0.1 kilonewtons as the load carrying capacity of the pile foundation in a group. So in problem it has been mentioned eta is equal to 1. So efficiency of group is 1. So you can clearly observe eta g, QUG by QUN is equal to 1. So that is QUG is equal to QUN. So here we need to verify that QUG value we got 3200 into x plus 0.1. QUN we have got 2035.8. So we are equating these two, and finally if you resolve for x is equal to 2035.8 minus 320 divided by 3200, we'll get x as 0.536. The spacing between the pile foundation is 0.536 meters respectively. So thank you everyone for your kind listening. Hope you have understood all the problems very cleanly. Thank you.